Hi everyone, it's Heather. A couple of days ago, my dad showed up with a bunch of wood in the back of his truck. So at dinner we decided to have a little contest. And it's called Guess What Grandpa is Making, because nobody knew what he was up to. He puts together all of these projects and no one knows. So we went around and tried to guess. But there's no way you could predict what this guy is up to. So he had to tell us. I'm going to show you. Okay, what have you been making down here?
We are building a wood-fired earthen oven.
A wood-fired earthen oven. Okay, why are we building this is a good question.
Just for the heck of it.
Oh, no reason, because you've always wanted one?
Yeah. This is how people cooked for thousands of years. Modern ovens only came into existence in the last 200 years.
Okay.
Before that, all baking was done in this kind of an oven.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, explain this construction.
Okay, well, I built a really solid wooden table here.
All right.
I mean, you know, it's built out of 6x6s and 2x10s and all that good stuff. I put a couple inches of sand on the floor of it, and then I put these fire bricks down. This is going to be the floor of the oven.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Next, I laid out the dimensions of the oven. It's going to be 2 feet across inside.
Okay.
The first layer of material on the outside is going to be 3 inches thick. Then there's going to be another 3-inch thick layer for a total of 6 inches.
Okay.
Okay. The material that we use to build with is called cob.
Cob.
C-O-B.
C-O-B. I've not heard of this.
It's a mixture of sand and clay.
Sand and clay.
The
Cob.
first layer is pure sand and clay.
Okay.
1 part clay to 2 parts sand.
Do you have to look this up on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look it up on YouTube. We're not quite done with our form yet. I gotta take sand and put in here and build like a big sand castle
Okay.
out of wet sand.
Okay.
It has to be about this high
Oh.
and dome shaped. Okay. Wet sand. Okay. Then we will cover it with newspaper, wet newspaper, just a couple layers thick. And that's just to keep the sand from sticking to this other stuff, so your oven's a little cleaner when you're done. Then we'll take this clay sand mixture and pack around here in a 3-inch thick layer, all the way covering this dome.
Oh boy.
Then we'll make up another batch that's got about 50% straw in it.
Oh.
So it'll be sand and clay and straw. It'll go on like 3 inches thick.
Mm-hmm.
The first layer is for a heat sink. The second layer is for insulation. So,
This sounds like a lot of work.
not really.
So why not just use the oven that's in the house that's plugged
So
in?
on the front part of the oven,
Yep. Well, where's the front?
towards me here, this will eventually be the door of the oven.
Okay.
And I made this little form, the shape of the door.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to take bricks and build up around it like
Oh,
this.
to make it cute.
It's going to be like that.
Yeah.
And then the next one will go on like this. But it'll be tilted a little bit, you know, to have that little bit of a gap.
Right.
You know, like you have
Yeah.
to follow it up around. The final one, called the keystone,
Yep. The
Goes up on
keystone.
top.
Yep.
it'll go right here like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to build that maybe even this evening. Build this up. Then once I get that done, I'll build my sand mound and do all the layering and stuff. But then you got to wait a couple weeks
Oh.
for things to dry out.
Yes.
And start to get hard. At that time, then I'll pull all this apart and dig the sand out of the inside.
Oh.
Now I got this hollow.
Yes.
That's my oven.
Yes.
I'll let it dry out another week or so. Then I'll build a small fire in it.
Okay.
And I might even use an electric heating element. You want to heat it up real slow and drive all the moisture out.
Yes.
You don't want to get it heating too fast or it can explode on you.
Oh, gracious.
Any retained moisture could turn to steam and boom, and there goes your oven.
There goes your oven.
So once I get it all dried out, then I'm going to whitewash it. You know what whitewash is?
I imagine it's just how it looks.
It's a mixture of lime and water, and maybe a little bit of sand, quick lime. And you put it on. It's what people used to paint their barns with and stuff. The inside, the stonework and stuff, at the bottom of the barn. And what it will actually do is form this little 1/8-inch thick layer of limestone. It'll be very white, bright white. So the oven itself is going to be very, very white.
With bricks around the door.
With bricks around the door.
Okay. Do you have a picture that I could see of what this might end up?
Oh, there's thousands
All
of
right,
them
I'll
on
look
YouTube.
it up because I just don't.
Just look up earthen oven on YouTube.
Earthen oven. And is this
Or-
its final resting
Or
place?
pizza. The thing's going to weigh a ton when we're done. Just ask Evan how much the bricks for the floor weigh.
700 pounds.
700 pounds
told
because he
me.
moved them.
Yeah.
So between that and the sand and all this other stuff we put on here,
This is
it's
where it's at. Do
gonna
we have room in the pavilion for this?
easily weigh a ton.
I mean,
Not that it couldn't be moved. I mean, the Bobcat could move it.
well, okay.
But then you know how when Craig does his smoking, sometimes
Yes.
he smokes for a while and then takes and puts stuff in the oven.
Yes.
He'll be able to use this oven.
Okay.
They're great for pizza or tomato bread or
We'll see.
regular
Yes.
bread or all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
There's tons of YouTube videos on how to cook in them and stuff too.
Well, this could be interesting.
Basically what it is, at least for breads and stuff, you open up the door and you build a little fire in here and you keep it going for a couple hours.
Yeah.
The oven gets hot.
Yeah.
You can tell it's hot enough when there's no soot on the walls.
Oh, or by a thermometer.
No. Any black soot will burn off and turn to gray ash and fall off once the oven gets hot enough.
So
Okay?
you're just kind of guessing based on.
It's what people did for thousands of years.
And you want to live like people did.
I just want to be a little bit try authentic, traditional,
okay.
ancient cooking kind of.
Are you bored? Do you need more projects?
No. I can
Then
think of
why
one.
I just don't understand how this came to be. You've always wanted one? You were bored?
Didn't you ever hear of wood-fired pizza ovens?
You have celiac disease and you can't have wood-fired pizza.
I can if you make it with gluten-free pizza,
It's tricky.
though,
Okay.
which sounds like a great idea.
Well, we will see how
But
this
anyhow,
goes.
you build this fire, and then when it gets hot enough,
Yeah, anyway.
you pull all the coals and stuff out,
Uh-huh.
and then you close the door and let it soak for like 15 minutes or so to get evened out. And then there's different ways to tell the right temperature. By throwing a little bit of cornmeal in and see how quick
Yeah.
it browns and that kind of thing. And then you put your highest temperature baking stuff in first.
Right, because it's going to
Because
lose
they say, like, I
temperature.
guess pies take a pretty high temperature.
Yeah, 425, 450.
So you bake them first, and when you're done with them, then you put your bread in and bake it. Then you're done with that, you put your cookies in and bake them.
None of which you can eat.
Then you pull your cookies out, and next you put baked beans in. I
Oh.
can eat them.
But you didn't talk to anyone about this, and you just went and bought wood and started doing it.
No, Evan and I discussed it quite a bit.
Oh, you and Evan discussed it. Oh, it didn't reach the rest of the family until it appeared.
Us people that have the ideas, the vision people.
Uh-huh. I have a
Yeah.
theory, though. The reason you don't tell anyone is because you don't want anyone telling you no.
It's kind
So you just do it.
of it's kind of like my pond that wasn't received with the warmest
Well, it was a mud hole for a year.
accolades, to begin with, and now it's like the most popular place by far.
Yes, it has become popular.
So
Okay.
maybe- I don't expect the pizza oven to become that popular, but
Well, maybe if we make a really good pizza.
at least when the pizza's done, it might be.